It's going to be built right into Vista. It's got everything, I'm sorry, into Windows 7. It's got everything Internet Explorer 7 does, with the addition of some things called in-privacy browsing. It's going to be just more additional security features and enhancements. Because of all those security changes, though, some websites don't quite work right, but they've got a compatibility view to make it emulate the older mode. There's what Microsoft is calling an improved taskbar. I'll show you what that looks like in a sec, and you can be the judge. I think it's just different. It does make it, working with a lot of programs at one time a little easier, though. Improved RDP for graphics. Well, what this really means is for users who are used to doing terminal sessions to their own workstation and opening up a big PDF file and having to scroll through it, and it looks like the screen just paints real slow, Windows 7's a lot better. And then there's actually an XP mode that you can do in Windows 7. And what this does is it does a heck of a lot of stuff in the background where it installs a virtual computer, it installs Windows XP on that virtual computer, and then you can have programs run in the XP mode. Well, really what it's doing is Windows 7 is making a terminal connection to the Windows XP virtual on your computer and opening that specific program. Well, to you and me, that just means that this program opens and it looks like it used to look in XP. And if it doesn't work on Windows 7 and works on XP, it'll work there. It also makes things more secure, though, because it runs XP with all of Vista or Windows 7's security improvements. So I'm going to show you guys a demo of Windows 7. I've actually got it running on a virtual computer. The first thing I want to note is if you look at my computer, you'll see this is my CIE tablet. And this is running Windows Vista. So if I type in vir, this is Windows version 6.0.6002. Every version of Windows has had a version. So Windows Vista is version 6.0. I'll switch over to my Windows 7. I'm going to make it full screen here. So now if I do a version in Windows 7, you see it's version 6.1. So Microsoft went from version 6.0 to 6.1. And a lot of people are kind of saying, well, they didn't really do much, they didn't really improve much. Well, again, they did improved an absolute ton of things, but there's not a lot of new features. It's just a much more tuned, refined, reliable, and quick system. So here's the start menu. Gee, it's pretty familiar. It's exactly what you've got with Vista. But you'll notice the taskbar is a lot different. My icons are all in a square box now. And there's no more quick launch. You'll notice there's no more sidebar either. You can have gadgets still on. You can turn them on and float them all over the place by right-clicking and going to gadgets. You notice on the desktop you can change your screen resolution from a single click now. If I look at Internet Explorer and I mouse over this, you'll notice that the pop-up shows me what I've got open in all my tabs. So I can click on any one of these things and go to that web page. So I've got our new website here. A little quick preview for everyone who hasn't seen it. And you can switch through and see the different tabs just as you did before. If I close Internet Explorer, watch how the icon changes on the bottom left. It really didn't. The icon's still the same, except it doesn't have that little indent on the right-hand side of it. So icons and running programs are pretty much interchangeable now in Windows 7. If the program happens to be running, it'll just make it a slightly different color. And if you have multiple instances, say multiple Word docs, it'll just look like a tab. So on the right-hand side, you can see what's there. So I'll show you again. I'll go to another website, and you'll see the icon change that Internet Explorer's got to now it has a tab. It gives you a good indicator of what multiple things you have open. There's a new and improved security center, which shows you all kind of important messages and updates about things on your computer. And this will talk about Windows updates, antivirus software, different program errors, little trends it's seeing actually in the performance of your computer and so forth. If you look in the control panel has been expanded a little bit. It's pretty similar to Vista's control panel, but if I expand everything into small icons, you see you do have some more options. There's that action center that I talked about. The BitLocker drive encryption, that's something that's included only in the Ultimate version, and that lets you do encryption. Same with Windows Vista, that was there before too. So you notice a lot of this stuff looks the same, and it looks just like it did in Vista. Again, just greatly improved, greatly stabilized. Some of the new things that you can do are relating to home. You can do something called home groups, easier setting up a home network. As far as how that translates to the office, it's a lot easier for the techie people to navigate around all the network settings. So with Windows 7, pretty much anything that's going to work in Vista is going to work in Windows 7. We're hoping that software manufacturers are going to recognize that and not like they're known for, say for a long time, we don't support Windows 7. It may happen, and if that's the case, then it's going to be up to you whether you're going to do Windows 7 or not if they're saying they don't support it. We've been running it here for quite some time on several PCs to test it out, and it's been very reliable, very quick. I've actually ran it since an early beta personally, just to help test it out and help Microsoft, and it's been a very good product. So yet to be seen of how it's going to be supported by the software manufacturers as soon as it comes out, but we'll see in about a month. And then after that, you'll have another choice of what operating system to go to. What will probably be most common is getting a new computer with a Windows 7 license and running Windows Vista for the time being. If you have any questions about that too, you can just let us know, and we'd be happy to explain to you how that really translates. So I want to thank everybody for attending our webinar. Hope you enjoyed and got a lot of information out of it, how you can tune and trick out your Windows Vista PC, make it run a lot faster, and unleash that power underneath the hood.